Where do I start with this? I wondered whether I should do this video or not because it's open for judgment. However, I want you to get to know me more on a personal level, and I don't know if anybody else is going through the same thing, so we should grab a big cup of tea. I certainly have. And yeah, let's talk. So the title of this video is I've been with my partner for over 3 years and I've never slept with him. In fact, I've never spent a moment alone with him, and the reason for that is because he's in prison. I never thought I'd be that girl. I never thought I'd be that girl that ended up with somebody in prison, but I'm going to tell you the backstory, tell you the future story, and bring you along on this journey with me and us. And yeah. So in 2020, yeah, would it have been 20? No, it wouldn't have been 2020. No, it would have been 2020. I can't remember. My partner, Jay. I knew Jay before he went to prison, but only as a hello in the street, hi, how are you? He was a Facebook friend. We weren't particularly close in any way. Jay is 10 years my junior. So yeah, he's 10 years younger than me. And how it started was I was visiting a family friend at the prison, and Jay was on a visit also. Seen me there and said to the family friend, was that Emma? And could I write to her? So the message got relayed back to me that he wanted to write to me, and at first I was like, but I thought, the family friend said, listen, I'm not going to give out your address. He's going to write the letter and give it to me, and I will send it to you. So it seemed harmless. So I got this first jokey letter. It was around October time, and I did reply. I wrote back, and then Christmas came and went. We didn't really sort of have any contact, and then I think it was around about the February time, he wrote again and just said, you know, he had struggled a little bit over Christmas time, but he wanted to keep in contact. And that's kind of when the letters started. I was in the process of looking for a house to buy, and we were kind of just talking general chit chat. So we began speaking, and as cliche as it sounds, we just got closer and closer. We had so much in common. I was getting to the stage where I was looking forward to the postman coming to bring me a letter, and yeah. Then he asked for my phone number and could I go on his call list. So I said yeah, and he called me for the first time in April, which was his birthday. And we had a good chat on his birthday. And then he asked me to go for a visit. I was very, very nervous. And the prison was still in sort of lockdown system where only 8 visitors were allowed in the whole prison. I think there was 8 tables or 6 tables set out, and there was screens on the table. There was no physical contact. There was absolutely nothing. So yeah, I went to visit, and again, as cliche as it sounds, it kind of was love at first sight for the both of us. We just got on so well. So the screens were up for absolutely months. So we'd never held hands, never had any contact, anything like that. It was months later that we actually got to share a kiss, which is very, very strange, and in a room full of people. And then I think it was a good 6 or 7 months, and then the screens got removed. So over the past 3 years, I'm sorry, I'm controlling my camera with my phone because I have to keep stopping it because of the heating. So over the past 3 years, that's been our relationship. And I'm not joking when I say it has been so hard. I mean, anyone with a partner or a family member or that's been to prison themselves will know that your mind just... Okay, the colour may have changed slightly. I've had to change a few, turn the brightness down and things like that, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more time because it's just really overheating. As I was saying, anyone that knows, their mind's just going there. We've had a lot of arguments. We've fell out a lot. We've had a lot of breaks because I'm a loyal girl and I got sick of being accused of things that I hadn't done. They can hear the telly in the background and think there's a man there. So we've had a lot of turbulent times. Obviously, it's very stressful in there for him. My life, I'm doing everything by myself, even though I have a partner. So I felt like I always had to be there to be supportive for him and kind of put my own problems to the back, which isn't healthy at all. Obviously, it's very hard. Christmases on your own, birthdays on your own, and now we're at the stage where he got his first parole. He's been in a long time. Well, not a long time, but he's been in for 5.5 years. And when I met him, he said, look, I've still got 3 years to go. And to be honest, I was like, could I wait for somebody for that long? I don't know. However, after a lot of on and offs and stops and starts, here we are. He had his first parole in November, and over where we live, it's not instant parole. You have to apply for it and they decide whether they think you should get it or not, and usually the first time you don't. So he didn't get it, and they do something called RDR over here where they go out to work for the day and they basically go to work, go from the prison, and then they go back. They're trusted to do that, and Jay has been a very trusted inmate in the way that he was allowed outside to do all the gardens, tend to the gardens outside, tend to the grass outside by the car park and everything like that. So, but then a few things have let him down as well, which, you know, I'm not going to go into, but there's been a couple of times and he's got himself into situations where he shouldn't, or been blamed for things that he hasn't done, which has set him back. So now here we are, it's the 1st of February 2023, and when he had his parole in November, he was told no, and he has to wait another 6 months. So November, December, January, we're now like 4 months until his next parole, and I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared because I know I want to be with him. Obviously the arguments, as with anyone, it would put anybody off, but I'm hopeful that it's just the situation that we're in. You know, of course it's controversial. It's going to be controversial, but I did want to make this video because I know that there's a lot of wives and girlfriends out there that are struggling and finding it hard, and I never thought I'd be that girl or that woman that ended up with somebody in prison. It's now nearly 4 months until his next parole, and then he'll be out. And of course, you know, we're not going to rush in, and he's not going to be living with me straight away. You know, he hasn't met my children. He's met my son. I did take my son up to see him, and I took his daughter up to see him. So I've met his child, and I've taken her out and things like that, and it's been fine. He hasn't met my older children. They've all been very supportive. Like, my children are very supportive with everything I do anyway. But obviously they've not liked the arguments. We get on so well in person, we get on so well over email, but sometimes over the phone, if I'm having a bad day or he's having a bad day, a phone call is no good sometimes because there's no there's no fixing the problem. I'll put the phone down usually because I can't be bothered arguing. I'll just put the phone down, and then we don't speak till the next day, and the resentment's still there, and that's kind of how it carries on. Yet when we're together, we just get on so... Yeah, we have 4 months left, and I was going up to the prison, not religiously every week, but I was going up a lot. And then when he had his first parole, I just hate going up there. I hate the whole thing of it. I don't like going up there. He will be getting town visits and the opportunity to see his loved ones, and hopefully home visits, and then hopefully RDR. That I feel at this stage our relationship should be based outside, not inside. So at the minute I'm not going up to the prison. And then in a couple of months' time it'll be his parole, and it's all going to be new to me. You know, we've never spent a moment alone. Don't get me wrong, I trust him completely. He's a lovely, lovely guy. We've never just been able to sit on the sofa and have a chat together. We've never just done the normal things. We've never been on a date. We've never been shopping together, you know. So it's all going to be brand new. And I don't know, I just feel a bit stressed with it. I mean, hi Sage. I don't know if subconsciously I've pushed him away because I'm so used to this relationship that I'm a little bit scared, and I keep saying to myself, oh, you know, I need to go to the gym and I need to sort myself out, and I want to lose a bit of weight, and I want to look my best for when he comes out. And I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself for it to work, and I don't know if it's going to work on the outside. I don't know, because we are both hotheads sometimes, you know, and I wonder, is this what he's been aiming for? He's had it in his mind. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. But he's had it in his mind that this is going to be his outside with me, and, you know, a relationship. And has he clung on to that? And then he's going to get out and think, oh, I don't actually want that. So am I setting myself up for her? I just, you know, a million questions are going through my mind. This is eating my battery as well. And if you want to judge, of course, that's absolutely fine. People will judge, and that's absolutely fine. To be honest, I don't read any comments anyway. I don't read them on well, I've read a few on TikTok because they're quite funny. I don't really read any of the comments, you know. I just thought I would share a unique relationship. As you know, my handle, my title is My Mum Is So Extra, and yeah, you know, the way I live my life, it's such big highs and such big lows. You know, there's kind of never a normal little moment where it's just calm. This is a bit more of a serious video. Our next step is I need to ring today actually, or download the app. We're going to do, it's called a Purple visit, where we speak to each other like a FaceTime, and apparently I have to have selfies of everyone, even the cat and the dogs, because if they appear on screen and they're not in the screenshot or in the selfies that I've sent in with the application, the call gets cut. Like, I could babble on for ages about this, but my camera keeps overheating. It's eating my battery, so I have to keep stopping and starting, so I don't feel like it's coming across as very authentic, because I'm just trying to get it all out. So yeah, the next thing is Purple visits, and then after that it will be a home visit. I don't know if I'm going to go to his mum's or if he's able to come here. And like, he's never stepped foot in my house. He's never been in my house. You know, I was talking to him the day that I moved in here, and we were chatting. And I've been in this house 2 years now. And, you know, it's exciting, but it's scary. And I don't know if anyone can relate to it, but yeah, it's just a unique situation. I've asked him if he'll be on my YouTube videos, and yeah, he's not keen at the minute, but he might change his mind. But it would be lovely for you to be with us on this journey of him coming out, settling into, you know, real life again. I'm just really excited for you all to meet him, and I'm excited for my kids to meet him. I'm hoping that, you know, the day he does get out, I'll be going to pick him up. I don't know if he'll let me put him on camera, but it's kind of, it will be the beginning of a new relationship, even though we've been together. In November, it was 3 years. We're now in February, so 3 years, 3 months. This camera is going to overheat again, so I'm going to cut it off here. But yeah, I'll keep you posted, and thank you so much for watching.